Wanted to do this interview for some time as an advisor. As you're aware, my background is 24 years in the financial services business. Whenever I can travel the country and meet people that bring unique ideas to help you build your practice, I'm going to spend the time to do that interview. Now, I sought out Dr. Len Schwartz for some time now. His name kept coming up in multiple circles around the country, on the internet, referrals from people I respected, top $1 million producers, insurance companies, gurus. So with that, I sought him out. He granted me this interview today, and I'm really, really pleased to spend the time. So I'd like to formally welcome our guest speaker today, Dr. Len Schwartz, president of Pro2Pro Network. Len, thanks for joining us today. I'm really excited you're here.
Thank you.
Now, it's taken me some time to do this interview, and I wanted to bring the content because I believe you have something real unique to say to our advisor community. Being an advisor for 24 years, I've lived through a lot of the trials and tribulations, and I think advisors are constantly looking for a new answer, a direction, a new prospecting magic bullet, and your background is completely different, and I'm a little curious as to how you got from being a professional doctor, a chiropractor, I believe, into this business. And I think some people listening are going to go, what can a chiropractor bring to my party? But what you bring is the most important avenue, and that is professional to professional introductions. You're a, for lack of a better analogy, you're a match.com between professionals and professionals, and as an industry, we've struggled to make those type of relationships. I don't know if it's a trust factor. I don't know if we're too aggressive as salespeople for the professional, but you have a great story to tell. So I want you to start out by maybe giving us a little overview. There's probably a lot of advisors. If we had chiropractors and medical professionals listening today, your reputation precedes. For a financial advisor, they may not know who Dr. Len Schwartz is, so I want you to start by giving us a little overview.
Sure.
And how did you get into the financial world with financial advisors?
Great. Well, as you mentioned, I started practicing chiropractic in 1993, and very quickly had to tap into a marketing skill set that I didn't even know I had. I needed to start building my practice, building my name, building my brand, and building my fame in the community. And so I started writing copy, both ads, direct mail letters, other internal and external marketing systems, and they worked. And I also realized that there was value in meeting and working with other medical doctors and specialists in my town. I realized that they had hundreds, if not thousands, of patients that they could potentially refer me. And so then I started my biggest marketing initiative, which was going out and meeting with these medical doctors and specialists and establishing these mutually beneficial referral relationships. I started helping other doctors, not just chiropractors, but other doctors early on. And then I realized very quickly that financial advisors are just like chiropractors. There's one on every corner, and the public can't differentiate one from the other. Who's better? Who's worse? Who's different? And so I started a company called Pro2Pro Network, professional to professional network. The entire purpose of this company is to help financial advisors and other professionals establish mutually beneficial referral relationships with other professionals in their town who want to meet and or work with them. And so now the financial advisor, who probably utilizes a series of different marketing initiatives to help drive in new clients, can really tap into a source. You called it a match.com. We're a professional dating service, and I hope that doesn't downplay the significance of what we're doing for financial advisors. But at Pro2Pro Network, we're able to give financial advisors a solution, a chance to meet with other CPAs, attorneys, like estate attorneys, senior elder law attorneys, tax attorneys, divorce attorneys, mortgage brokers, real estate brokers, etc., who want to meet and or work with or refer to them. And so that's what we're doing at Pro2Pro Network.
You know, I think the advisor community has always looked to those centers of influence for trust. And I've always said, if you really want to establish trust, go to where the trust is. And a lot of those professionals you just mentioned, the CPA, the elder care attorney, trust resides there. Now, I think the problem most financial advisors have is they take a shotgun method.
Right.
They pick up the yellow pages, or they look at their client's tax return, or they get a name and they call it. They try to meet one, and that either works and it's been successful. The model has been around. I think every financial advisor watching today, you've attempted multiple models. In my 24 years, I've seen multiple models, from trying to get a CPA license or an attorney license, try to get referrals, try to buy their practice. And I think as much as many are called, very few do it successfully. What intrigued me about your model, if I understand it, is that you set up pre-scheduled, pre-profiled, one-to-one 3 or 4 sittings a month with that professional. So when I show up as Jeff Advisor, I'm meeting with a CPA or an attorney or a mortgage broker that is equally requested to be there. We know why we're meeting. Is that a good understanding, or can you expound on, is that the process? Do you set up one-to-one lunches and dinners?
Well, actually, we set up one-on-one meetings for our financial advisor to go and meet with the other professional in his or her office. You are correct. They are pre-screened, pre-qualified. So the entire purpose of the meeting, understood by both professionals, is that the entire purpose of the meeting is to establish or talk about establishing a mutually beneficial referral relationship. And so the professionals, the financial advisors, for example, in our service, receive 4 of those meetings a month. They will receive 4 pre-scheduled or scheduled meetings with other professionals like the CPAs and attorneys every single month in and around their town.
Do you find, and again, I think a lot of mistakes that advisors are making with professional introductions is their lingo is still too salesy. They don't give these things enough time. They want to go out on the first meeting, and by the second meeting, they want to know where the clients are. And
correct.
One is transactional wound, us as financial advisors, and the professional is relationship wound. So you have one speaking French and one speaking German. It sounds that you are translating in the middle, you're coaching. This isn't a email blast that just gets CPAs to respond. This isn't, it sounds like you're doing some coaching. Joe, are you going to help me as an advisor learn etiquette on how should I handle these professional meetings?
Yeah, there's a dance. You know, one of the things that we help financial advisors with is not only setting up this meeting where they can go out and meet these other professionals in their community, but we provide them with coaching and training so that they can not only position themselves as the best at what they do without just coming out and saying, I'm the best at what I do, but also there's a nurturing process. Most financial advisors are incredibly savvy marketers. The problem is they're incredibly impatient. And so what we do is we teach them how to dance. We teach them how to nurture the relationship so that eventually they become the only financial advisor that that one particular professional would want to refer to.
It sounds like you talk about patience, and you're correct. I've been preaching for years that professional relationships take a 6-month, a 1-year period of time to really nurture. And even if we meet 10 qualified professional relationships, the beauty to that market is we only really need 1 or 2 of them to flourish to really get a great return on our marketing dollar. Do you find it takes, you know, I know you mentioned in a pre-interview, Jeff, I try to set you up with 4 a month of whatever that profession is. It's usually not just one profession in your
Correct.
system. I mean, if I come to you and say, I just want CPAs, that might work for a month or 2, but you need to meet other professionals in your neighborhood. It sounds like over 6 months, which is what it looks like your service provides them, I'm going to meet 24 professionals in my marketplace.
That's correct.
Does it take time? What do you see? Is 6 months, when do they see their return?
That's a great question. Well, I want to address something else you just said about just meeting with one type of professional. A lot of financial advisors who initially come on board to want to work with us express an interest in only working with one type of professional. And the truth is, I would never accept that financial advisor as a client because the true magic here is in the ability to penetrate the market. And the only way you're able to successfully penetrate the market and cross-pollinate your name from professional to professional is to meet with a multitude of different professionals over the 6 months. And so over the course of the 6 months, they're going to meet with 24 different professionals. You're correct. And what's amazing is that about half receive their first referral within the first 3 months, and then half receive their first referral in the last 3 months. Variables include the confidence, certainty, and salesmanship of the financial advisor, how willing the financial advisor is to nurture and follow up on the relationship, because let's face it, entrepreneurs like financial advisors are great at that first meeting, and when they walk away, follow up and the nurturing process seem to just float away. And so those are 2 really important variables that determine how soon or how fast a financial advisor will receive a referral.
Len, in your program, and I think I want to make it clear because you do come from a different discipline, do you turn people away? I'm an advisor listening today, and I think every advisor in my career, when I've talked about CPA relationships, attorney relationships, they all want it. I would think you're in high demand today. I think
Correct.
An advisor says, hey, this is an easier way for me to build a business. It's a magic pill, but it's much more than that. Is there an ideal advisor watching today that you say, I think the makeup, Jeff, if the advisor doesn't have this mindset, this discipline, this track record, I'm probably going to turn them away. Now, I know no one likes to turn away business, but
Right.
are you turning away advisors?
Every once in a while, when we find ourselves in a situation where an advisor is in a fear desperation mode, either my program's going to work or they're out. That's not a financial advisor that would be good for our service. The financial advisor doesn't have to be incredibly super multi-million-dollar successful. They have to understand market penetration. They have to understand the exposure that comes with meeting all of these different professionals. They have to understand the value of referrals. And just about every professional understands that referrals make the best new clients. And so if somebody comes on board and they have that mindset, they have that mentality, they understand what could potentially come from meeting with 24 different professionals who want to meet and or work with them, that's the financial advisor we're looking for.
All right, and we keep talking about the financial advisor. If I'm a corporation today, I'm an insurance agency, I'm an insurance carrier that manufactures product, I have a specialty niche, I'm a broker-dealer, I'm a wire firm. Can I call you too? Meaning, I think there may be a market for you in organizations, not just necessarily individuals. How does that work? Will you commit? It sounds like there's territories involved here.
Correct.
Where if I'm in Denver, Colorado, do we have 100 advisors in Denver, Colorado? Will you work with me as a corporation? I'm a large life insurance carrier. I want to set my people up with professional. Will you work that way?
Well, it's important for everyone to know that we do offer geographic exclusivity. We will only work with one financial advisor per zip code or area, depending on the size, but we can't work with two. So if a big company decides to call us, and many have, and they want to have us take care of or serve the financial advisors in their company, then the same guarantee is true. Yes, we can offer an opportunity for that company to have us take care of those financial advisors, but we will still always offer geographic exclusivity to all of their financial advisors.
We have testimonials. Has this changed some advisors' lives? Do we have people yet coming back? It doesn't sound like it's a new program.
No.
It sounds that this program has been there. You've been doing this professional to professional networking for some time now. I think advisors, it's new to them. Do we have testimonials? Is this working?
We have, not only do we have testimonials, but we have financial advisors that have been with us for over 3 years. We started this more than a few years ago, but the successful financial advisor who not only generates new business, but starts to really appreciate his or her name becoming well-known, becoming the most respected, the most referred to, the most recognized financial advisor in their town, understands what critical mass is. And let's face it, the dream of any businessman, professional, corporation is to reach critical mass in their society, in the culture, so that everybody goes to them. Why? Because it seems like everybody else is going to them as well. So we have plenty.
I'm an advisor, I'm an agent, I'm a CPA that has a life or a securities license. How do I get in touch? I'm excited. I want to meet people. I want to understand more about your service. What do I do from today? How do I contact you? What can I expect as the next steps? Is there a consultation? Is there a qualification period? What's the next step?
Okay. Well, the first thing you need to do, if this sounds like something you're interested in, the best place for you to start is at our company. The number is 877-204-2739. And the first question you need to ask is my zip code still available? If your zip code's available, then the next step is to find out a little bit more about your demographics to find out whether we can accept you as a new client. And so that's the best way to get in touch with us, is to call that number.
Unique opportunity, very exciting. I think all advisors, a lot again, are going to be called, maybe very few chosen, but I think there's going to be a need exactly for what you're doing, because I think as much as advisors are good marketers, they need help with professional to professional etiquette, marketing, but done properly. It makes all of the difference in the world. I want to thank you for stopping in. We're going to check in from time to time. I want to hear more stories as we go along. How many territories now are flourishing? Anything new you have, I want to keep the communication very open between you and our community. I want to thank you for coming in.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Folks, Dr. Len Schwartz, professional to professional relationships, Pro2Pro network. It needs to be added to your practice if you're not doing it successfully. At the end of the day, you know what I always say, it's all about getting belly to belly with top shelf professionals and clients of professionals. Thanks for watching. This is Jeff Oliver for Advisor Insight saying thank you very much.